Hey everybody, I apologize for coming to you from literally my bed, but I have come down with the one. The pandemic illness has hit me and I am quarantined in my bedroom, so I am limited with what I have to work with right now, including my overhead camera as well as my desk. But I needed to finish up this video with those cards that I created, so I thought I would show you from bed. Please excuse if it's shaky because like I said, I don't have my camera on me and it's not in my best interest to try to carry that upstairs or have it brought up at this point because I am getting a little bit winded and I am super tired. So with that being said, I'm gonna flip the camera and show you just how this all ended. And I apologize if you see my bedroom in the process. Brought you in a little bit closer because I screwed up and I want to show you how I'm going to fix this. I love this window on this stamp set for the Old Holy Night, but when I stamped it, I went ahead and did the gold embossing, which I love, but then I went ahead and put some distressed glaze and I thought it would give a wood grade and it just looks really crappy. So instead of ditching the entire thing and throwing it away, because I did this directly on a card base, I'm actually going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to cut out the center and then I'm going to do it on the inside and I'll show you how. So I'm just going to take my X-Acto knife and go very carefully around the edges of this image. If you have a scan and cut, which I do, I should probably do that. You can actually slip this onto your scan and cut and it will cut this out perfectly for you. But for the sake of this video, and just in case everybody at home does not have a scan and cut, I just decided that I'm going to show you how to do it with an X-Acto knife. And the embossing powder does provide a pretty nice little guide for your blade to follow. All right, so now I want to take this and I'm going to stamp that image on the inside of the card. I'm not really going to worry too much about this line because I'm going to camouflage it quite a bit with my ink blending that I'm going to do over the whole thing. So I'm going to take this, just line it up right in here. All right, and that popped perfectly right in there. I'm gonna lift this up. Fold it over, pop it right back in there again. Voila. Now I'm going to do the inside of the card. And to do this, I'm simply going to take my Distress embossing pins and I'm going to color in each of these and use Distress Glaze on those spots. I'm going to start my first color with Cracked Pistachio, and I'm just going to take and run this powder all over it. So everywhere that I want there to be Cracked Pistachio, I'm just going to color this in. Now with these Distress markers, they don't stay wet, so I have about 10 minutes of working time to get these spots colored in. On those little areas that I missed, I can go right back on through and add more color. Now I'm going to go in with some broken china and repeat the process. And last but not least, we're going to do fired brick on the left open spaces. Now I do want to clean that up a little bit. It looks a little bit messy, so I'm going to re-stamp the window over this one more time, and that will help clean it up. And we'll move on. Went ahead, re-embossed over that, and as you can tell, it looks a lot better now. And I'm gonna show you a little technique to get the background colored in, and this will stay this because it has the embossing glaze over it, which is a resist. So I'm going to use my Midnight Snack color here. And I'm just going to blend the ink in all over. And then with a baby wipe, I'm just gonna rub off the excess ink and blot around. Voila. So the front I did like this. I still have to finish it up, but as you can tell, it's a super dynamic little piece. So this is the one that I did with you just a couple minutes ago. It turned out really, really cute. It does have some stenciling on it. I used the Simon Hurley Build-A-Scene stencil. I love the bricks on this with his ink. I'll have everything listed down below for you. And then I put these little stamped images on pop dots and just popped them in the corner over there. I used white embossing powder, and then I colored it in with some fake plant and a water, like a little watercolor brush. And when you open it up, that's what the inside looks like. So it's a really fun little card. Then the other thing I did with this kit was I created a card like this. So it arrives to your home in one flat piece, and then they can fold up the bottom. So what I did was I scored this 3 times a 1/4 inch apart. And then you just fold it over and you score down the center, and then you have a really cute pop-up card. So that's another fun way to use a card or to create a card. And then up next, I did this one, which is a really fun fold. I took the original card and I just folded, so this is the original seam on the card. So what I did was I folded each side in, so I made that the center. And then I took and added pattern paper on the panels. And then voila, from there, I just put a piece of cardstock or the pattern paper from the kit in, and I measured it down to 4.25 by 5, so it slips nice, and it slipped in very easily and nice, and it's really firm now, so you wouldn't even know that it was been folded in the center. It's nice and flat. And I colored this little guy in with some Copic markers, and then I added that cute little stamp. So that's another way that you can use your card base in kind of a different way. And then I created this one. I simply chopped off 1 inch off the side And then on this lamp, I used some glossy accents to make it shine. And then just stamped a couple snowflakes, and voila, open it up. It's ready for a sentiment, which I would probably do over here. And then the next two were just some fun flat type card making. So for this one, I stamped that image first, and then I went around with my dye ink by Simon Hurley. I used Clear Sky, I think it was Mint, and then some Midnight Snack. I'll have it listed down below again. Added a little bit of water to it to get it to move, and then I embossed the snowflakes with white embossing powder. And then I went ahead and colored this in actually with Game Over, Fake Plant, and Over the Moon. More of his dyes I just used with a little bit of water and a paintbrush. And then I used some fake little snow I created with some modeling paste and just sprinkled glitter on top of it. So that turned out super cute. And then last but not least, this is the other card, same basic premise there. I used that modeling paste to create the snow on the ground as well as the snow on the cute little lamp and so on and so forth. And I also did some glossy accents right there. This is the card kit that I used to create those cards, and it came with 3 of these really pretty linen cards as well as some white card bases, and then of course the envelopes that are nice and no spit, because you know we don't want to have to transport germs around the country for mailing. And then the paper is the 6x6 100-pound cardstock, and there's 5 sheets of these, which is really nice because I'm not left with anything left over, and I like that. And then it also came with those same patterns in the slimline pack, and a slimline is 3.5 by 8.5. And then these stamps. I love this stamp right here. It's so fun. Build your own little sign, and it has peace, carols, happy new year, family near, cocoa cheer, Santa Claus is in, holiday glow, all year, all the signs of happy times, snow, our family, season's greetings, and then happy holidays. So that's a really fun one. And then there's this one, which is super sweet and vintage. I love the old school feel on this, which is whether playing in snow or counting down days, may you feel Christmas joy in the simple of ways. Wishes, may you always see Christmas through the eyes of a child, and then you never outgrow the magic of Christmas. And then that cute little believe wishes, of course the snowman, the old school sled, and then Santa and his reindeer, plus the cute little boy and girl. Oh, enjoy up there, so sweet. And then last but not least, this one, which is Oh Holy Night, really great window. This can be wonderful for doing stained glass effects and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And then a cute little church covered in snow. And then that is the kit that I used to create those cards. So make sure you go check them out if you're interested. It's called Some More Fun. I'll have the link provided down below. It is not affiliated, you guys. They are a small business. And so if you want to support them, but you don't necessarily want to buy the kit, always go over and follow small businesses on Instagram. You can find them under Some More Fun there. That'll help them out. And then just feel free to share anything that they have out that helps them grow again. But I did want to share with you this, and they were so kind to send me this kit to play with. So thank you so much for joining me for today's video. This did not turn out how I anticipated it to turn out. Just to give you guys an update, I started to show some signs of being ill about 8 days ago. I immediately went into quarantine, and I've kept my family away, wearing masks, social distancing, bleaching everything down, and just really trying to stay safe. We all have tested. So far, their tests have come back negative, so it has not spread. But to do so, I've had to be diligent in just making sure that I stay in my own space and not getting around anyone. But I did want to share those before it got too late into the season. I will not be mailing these off, unfortunately, since I don't want to say it because I don't want to get penalized by YouTube for saying it. You know what I mean? for having what I have. We all know what it is, right? But I'm not going to mail those off just because I don't want to potentially mail the virus to someone. So I hope you guys enjoyed them. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, even though it's a little spotty, I know. And feel free to share, comment, give it a like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I certainly hope that you do so. I promise I don't do videos from bed very often, if ever. This is the first one. So I would appreciate it if you would consider that. And you guys, right now, it really actually would help me if you would help share my channel and things like that. That's the beauty of having a YouTube channel and a website, is even when I'm down, it can still be up. And it just helps me generate a little bit of an income, which, well, you know, I could probably benefit from right now. So if you enjoy it and if you could help me out, that would be awesome by sharing my channel. And other than that, I feel fine. I'm just a little bit dizzy and I've been tired. I haven't felt this good in like 8 days. So that's good. I'm going to make an okay recovery from this, but I am doing my due diligence to be responsible without spreading, and also taking advantage of being in bed for days. So anyway, stay safe, stay well, and make sure that you tag me if you end up getting this kit and I want to see what you create. See ya.